In today's video, we're going to be talking about a couple of Saints things. Of course, first being, could Shough win the Rookie of the Year? Now sort of being in the top two after his amazing performance against uh, against the Titans this past weekend. And also another thing that I've been meaning to talk about that, of course, I know other fans and others have talked about as well. And that, of course, revolves around not Tyler Shough, Chris Olave and Alonte Taylor of the Saints potentially re-signing them to an extension. Of course, I'll give you guys my thoughts about that and kind of give you sort of the reasons why and all that and everything else. And then, of course, do the same thing with Tyler Shough as well. Of course, welcome everybody to the BrewCrew channel. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel, I do football content like this with the Saints and also with LSU, and I do some wrestling content as well. So if you guys are fans of those sort of content, as always, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for future upcoming videos here on the BrewCrew channel. So of course, I did say those are the two things we're going to start off with. I'm actually going to go ahead and start off with the stuff with Chris Olave and Alonte Taylor. I'm going to try to not take too long with that. I'm going to try to not take too long with the. Try to not to take too long with that. Sorry, I'm messing my words there a little bit. Try to not take too long with that, of course, because there's a lot of stuff I do want to talk about with Tyler Shough potentially becoming Rookie of the Year. Potentially, of course, now being hopefully bumped up to number one favorite to win. But him and McMillan right now are in a battle. But first, with Chris Olave and Alonte Taylor. Let's start off with Chris Olave. Chris Olave, of course, has been in talks with the team of an extension for so many weeks this season, and he's always said that he wants to prove that he is one of the best, and he has definitely proved that. There is no doubt in my mind that he has not proved that he is one of the best receivers right now in the league. The man right now, hold on, let me pull up, of course, his stats. I mean, the stats are going to be potentially everything. The man right now is having a career year. He's having a career here. He has 1,163 receiving yards and 9 receiving touchdowns. And he is having this season when Tyler Shough, he's mostly Tyler Shough's number one guy. Him and Juwan Johnson. There's no Devon Vele. There's no Shaheed or Cooks because we got rid of them. And there's nobody else. There's nobody else that is going to be a top target for Tyler Shough. So if you want him to be the number one guy, which he has performed throughout the week, throughout the season, he has performed that way. He has performed that way. Then you resign him. And I understand the issue about for some fans of saying like, yeah, probably you could resign him, but not resign him and give him the money as a number one receiver. I take the risk of paying him like a number one receiver because he's playing like a number one receiver. There's no doubt in my mind that he is a number one receiver and could be one of the top receivers in the NFL for years to come. Because now he has himself a quarterback with Tyler Shough. Especially with Tyler Shough, they just need some help around them because sometimes you can't really rely on just one guy, because it's going to kind of catch on with teams that you're going to rely on this one guy. And I don't think Tyler Shough does that. But you're going to kind of need a little bit more help and a little bit more weapons for Tyler Shough, and especially some help, I'm trying to think of the word, I don't want to say accomplice, but like a wide receiver too, just a secondary option wide receiver, or even a third. Of course, you had that with Devon Vele. You probably could have that next year, but you can probably look at that with free agency or even with the draft, which we'll kind of talk about a little bit when we get with Tyler Shough. But either way, you should definitely re-sign. I mean, he wants to stay in New Orleans. He of course has been playing. He has been having elite production as one of the key pieces on this offense. And again, going back to what I said before at the first thing, he wants to stay in New Orleans. He wants to have his career here in New Orleans. And him playing like this and saying that he wants to prove himself, he has proven himself. And I think with the season that he's having, and especially the performances that he's had, with back-to-back 100-yard receiving games, yes, it's against the Titans defense and the Jets defense, but still pretty impressive either way if it's against a horrible defense or not. This man deserves an extension, and I hope he does. So that's mostly it with Chris Olave. His is mostly more simple. But with Alonte Taylor, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Thank you. I think it's my first time sneezing ever in one of my videos. is Alonte Taylor. So Alonte Taylor, uh, Alonte Taylor. So Alonte Taylor, I've actually kind of looked up and seen he is a little bit more, I don't want to say difficult, but he is definitely a little bit more interesting. Already on the season, he has 55 solo tackles, along with 79 total tackles, top three on the team. Top three on the team. He has 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, along with also 11 pass deflections. So, which 4 of them came, of course, in last game. But so he's a very versatile cornerback. He right now has the franchise record for the most sacks by a cornerback with 7 in his career. He's a versatile cornerback, and even though yes, the coverage is definitely something that always needs to be worked on, he'll definitely come out and will get an interception when you need it, and if you want to send him on a blitz, send him on a blitz. But of course, the sort of issue is that he would be going into being a free agent, but kind of reading through the issue would be is how much is he wanting. And it would be an issue, though, for the team, as there would be issues, as it's looking like significant cap space issues, which, of course, this team definitely freaking struggles in. So, Alonte Taylor's sort of the one that's kind of back and forth a little bit, of what I'm reading and what I've kind of seen. So, really, it just comes down to if they do want to. And really, he has proven that he is worth a contract extension. It's just how much is he willing to take to stay with the team. So it's just a little bit different with Alonte than Olave. So that's mostly it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about either one. Do you agree that we should sign both of them, or should we just sign one of them, or what should we do with either of them? Let me know in the comments down below. That's of course this first half of this video. Now of course we get to the big part though of the video, and that of course Tyler Shough being, I believe, the front runner. Let me actually look it up. Tyler Shough's Rookie of the Year odds. So I meant to look at that. So it's now to plus 100, as he's actually still second behind McMillan right now. And it's just crazy though, because when it was 3 weeks ago, he started his Rookie of the Year campaign first at like plus 1600, which had him at like 5th or 4th place in the Rookie of the Year race. And everybody was like, "Oh, that's pretty interesting." And over time, the Jets game and then this game, he's bumped up to not only the top 3, he's bumped up to the top 2 favorite. And honestly, I'm kind of shocked that they don't have him number 1 even though yes, McMillan has had a pretty good season. He's probably could reach 1,000 yards as a rookie, and he's got 9 touchdowns, but he didn't have a great performance this past week. He only had 1 catch off of 4 targets and like 5 yards. So that compared to Tyler Shough, but then again, it's like we're like not going to try to just do the one game. So we'll see how this final game goes, because right now it is looking like a battle between McMillan and Tyler Shough. But really with Tyler Shough, not only is he proving to be the top rookie, he has done so much this rookie season. He's 5-3 as a starter after winning 4 straight games. Of course, bringing the Saints undefeated in December, which is great. He's ranked number 1 among rookies since 2001 in completion percentage, with around 69.6% completion percentage. His passer rating is also top 10 for rookies since 2001 with 97.2. Of course, he has the franchise records in his first 8 starts, has achieved multiple 300-yard passing games in a row, a feat not seen for a rookie quarterback since C.J. Stroud in 2023. I read that wrong, but that's, of course, with the 300-yard games. But his franchise records, most passing yards by a rookie, most passing touchdowns by a rookie, he's just shattered those. Of course, passing yards, he's over 2,000 yards passing. 2,125 plus passing yards, 9 touchdowns passing, and even has 2 rushing touchdowns. He has 11 total touchdowns and only 5 interceptions. So he these stats and the performances that he has given, especially these past few weeks, shows that he is rookie of the year material. He could also be a first team rookie. He could also make he can make the all rookie team as well, first or second team. I don't care what team he would, but it's definitely gonna. It's looking like it is gonna be a battle between him and McMillan, because a lot of places do still have McMillan as the number one guy for the rookie of the year. What the heck? Okay. Sorry, audio was playing for some reason. But really, I was kind of looking around, and I saw something from Saints Wire a little bit after the game. And this it mostly just kind of goes into his stats on the season and his performance against Tennessee. And the performance he had against Tennessee, he had no Devon Vele, no Alvin Kamara, no Devin Neal. I was going to say Devon Neal. Devon Vele, no Devin Neal. Half of your line is still kind of bruised and banged up. Your number 2 tight end was down. Your other tight end apparently got injured in this game. I mean, it wasn't really that big of a deal because we still had Juwan Johnson still. But anyway. But mostly with him performing the way with an offense that is limited with players, I don't know what other performance like the past few weeks of him to win Rookie of the Year. He's also making a case that he is your quarterback for next season and maybe for the future. Mostly meaning you don't need a quarterback this draft. And I don't know why, because I saw this like earlier today, or as of me recording like earlier today, that there was apparently rumors, or some people were thinking like they should trade Shough because of how well he's playing and trade for the number 1 pick. Heck no. No. First of all, you do that, you're kind of risking a chance, like, because right now Tyler Shough is playing like he is your future right now. And you kind of want to take that, not really risk, but you want to kind of take that chance, because right now you look like you have a franchise guy and you want to run with him. Not trade him, mostly meaning you don't need a quarterback in the draft. You need either to get him a weapon and get a wide receiver in the first round, or something to help bolster this defense. It's the only 2 things you need to do. Of course, again, not talking a lot more about the draft until a little bit after the season, or when we're getting closer into the draft, really. But one thing though that the Saints Wire kind of says in this. He with Tyler Shough that kind of interest me a little bit. So right now, of course, he's over 2,100 passing yards, 11 total touchdowns. But this they actually somehow went ahead and looked and see how a full season would have gone, how his stats would have been in a full season. And they ended up averaging everything out to scale his pass attempts, stretch it out, and see if he could keep this up during a full season, a full 17, 18 game season. And it came out to him potentially passing for 4,244 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, but he would still have 12 interceptions and still be sacked 45 times. But with the passing stats and the touchdowns, he would perform like a top 5, top 10 quarterback. So with seeing that, and seeing the performances that he's had these past few weeks, and him performing like a Rookie of the Year, there's a good chance that this man in the future could be a top 5, top 10 quarterback in the future. Not saying he will be, but I'm saying there's a chance, because really the only way we are going to probably see that is that we have to see how he plays in a full season, which will be next year. But not going to look forward to next year. We're still going to continue to look forward to now. But there's another thing, though, in this article by Saints Wire. I'll probably leave a link in the description if you guys want to check it out yourselves. And it's a interesting question that I ended up writing down myself. And it says, mostly it says on here, but I ended up writing it down in my own way. But it says it on here, does it mean that the team was wrong to start Spencer Rattler back in September? And I kind of said that I kind of asked the same question, and I said, were the Saints wrong for starting Rattler at the beginning of the season? Because if you remember, we started Rattler, who sort of won the QB battle. The Saints ended up starting Rattler, and because he had performed really better in the in training camp. But here's, of course, what the article says. It says, not at all. The Shough we're seeing now is not the same Shough we saw in the preseason in August. He and his coaches have put in a lot of work behind the scenes to prepare him for this opportunity. They made him the starter when he was ready, and now there's no doubt about it. The Saints have their quarterback to build a franchise around, which is what I was just talking about before. You have yourself your franchise guy. You don't do anything with him this offseason. You build around him, and you see where it takes you in the future. And I kind of agree, because if we started Shough at the beginning of the season, would it be a turnaround though? Would he have gone 1-7 or 1-8 as a starter, and then Spencer Rattler come in and him have an amazing final few games of the season, and him potentially bring us to closely to a 5-game winning streak to end the season and bring us to 7 wins? Maybe not. But the key thing is that this is a different Shough to what we saw at the beginning of the year or back in August during the preseason. It was him over time, waiting his time, still continuing to practice and learn from the coaches, and the coaches even building him, as the coaches probably knew that at some point they were going to have him start. And of course, you see Rattler, who was not bad, no disrespect to Rattler or to diss him or anything. He did what he could do, which was give it his all. He got, of course, the 1 win against the Giants, but after a rough performance against the Bucks, that's, of course, his win. The team was like, okay, right now at this point, season's technically over. I don't think, we don't see us having a chance to make the playoffs at this point. Let's put in the rookie. Let's see how this 20-plus-year-old rookie, this 26-year-old rookie does. And despite, yes, the first loss, that first win against Carolina kind of showed like, oh, there's something. And then we had the rough 2 losses, first against Atlanta and then the other one in a close one against Miami, but he still had a pretty good performance in that game. And then, of course, we have the second game against Tampa. He has a great performance in that one, did throw the interception, but he had the 2 rushing touchdowns. Came out with a win, an upset win against Tampa, but then back-to-back upset wins against Carolina, who Carolina wins as the number 1 seed in the division. And in that one, that was a come from behind victory with a game-winning drive led by Tyler Shough. And of course, ever since then, we've been, not going to say dominant, but we've been producing really great. And then, of course, Tyler Shough goes back-to-back 300-yard games. There's a lot of signs showing that he is your rookie of the year, but for the team-wise, is showing that this is the guy that you have found, and he is living up to the expectations that was kind of put on him of being drafted. And he's proving those critics and naysayers wrong, who always freaking went back to the combine throw that he had. And he is proving those critics wrong. And I hope he continues to. And we'll of course have to see how a full season goes. But again, he is your rookie of the year. He is your franchise guy to try to build around. And you don't need a quarterback in the draft. You don't. Especially in the first round. I would see them probably still drafting a quarterback like later on in the draft. But first round, no. You got your guy. You got your guy in Tyler Shough. You don't need anything else. You need to build around him or build up this defense. That's mostly it. I think that's mostly it that I have for this video. Let me know in the comments down below your guys' thoughts with Tyler Shough. Do you guys believe he should win Rookie of the Year? Do you guys believe that he's the franchise guy? Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments down below as well. Again, in the description will be a link to this article if you guys want to check it out yourselves with Saints Wire. Definitely leave it in the description below if you guys want to kind of give it a read yourselves or check it out yourselves or anything else. So, excuse me. And also, again, leave y'all's thoughts about the other stuff that I did earlier in the video with Alonte, Taylor, and Chris Olave. Let me know you guys' thoughts about that as well. Again, if you guys made it all the way to this point in the video, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys end up enjoying the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and also hit that notification bell for future upcoming videos here on the BrewCrew channel. And with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing, wonderful, blessed day, and also hope you guys have a happy new year. This video, you're probably watching it on New Year's Eve, so hope you guys are having a happy new year, and I'll see you guys in my next video, and I will also see you guys next year. Anyway, again, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Peace.